Hello, Recon87 and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy, where we rejoin B Company of Argyll and Southern Highlanders as we defend the outskirts of the village of Gavrus from a German counterattack at our bridgehead over the River Odon. So in the last episode, the Germans began their push, and we've got kind of one platoon of infantry pushing down this road, and I think probably two other platoons eventually supported by an armoured car pushing through this side. And so far, I must admit, it's going okay. We've suffered a handful of casualties, I think maybe 3 or 4 riflemen in all, which is definitely acceptable. We've caused a fair few injuries over here and really kind of stalled the German attack. The concern we have is we're now starting to feel the weight of numbers. So we've got a very, very mediocre flanking force here of an officer and a couple of riflemen, and they're starting to suffer from MG fire. But we're hoping, between some bombs from our 2-inch mortar as well as some targeted area fire, that we can shut down their MGs, and then that will hopefully allow us to kind of mop up the rest of the riflemen. We shall see. Meanwhile, over here we're in a much worse position. So we put most of our, I suppose, initial force up on this left hand side, and we're holding here with a pretty thin line. Thus far it's working. So we've got 7 minutes down, reinforcements coming in 4, and we've kind of held them to a certain extent. The biggest question is going to be what happens with this armoured car. So we have ourselves an AT gun who has line of sight on this car. They're probably only going to have 1, maybe 2 shots, if we're lucky, before he runs away. So let's make it count. If we can take that out in this next minute, we're in a really strong position. And that's about it. Our real plan is going to be to kind of hold positions we've got, try and stabilise this left hand side, do a little bit of kind of hoping for good luck on this right hand side, and then as soon as our reinforcements come, we're going to put most of them up onto this flank. And that's it. So maybe without any further ado, let's just kind of jump into the action. Let's just see if Mr. AT Gun can make his shot. Who are we dealing with? Brand. Okay. I have faith in you and your team. Let's really build the tension here. What's your view like? It's okay. It's not ideal. That hedge road that is blocking it, you're looking at mainly the turret shot. What's your quality? Just regular. You've got the officer here spurring you on. All right, enough. Enough trying to build tension. Let's hit the button and let's see what happens. Putting in the AP round. We'll have to go look at the other side in a minute. Yes! Get in! Oh, that deserves a rewatch. Yeah. Medals for you all. So they let off a couple of HE rounds here last turn, so they should have known it was coming. They took the time, lined up the shot. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That thing is done. 2 casualties, upper right hull penetration, dead. Okay, now this attack on his right hand side is much blunted. They've certainly still got infantry to overwhelm us, no shadow of a doubt. But without that without the armoured car support, we can also, when we start, we can turn our AT gun on their infantry. And we're also not as threatened. Perhaps we'll concentrate on this right hand side to begin with. They are trying to push across the field. Now they do have a touch objective just in here, which I can flash up briefly. So if they get anyone essentially on this side of the hedgerow, that's victory points, which we can't get by. Simply if they get a man there, they get the points. But look, AT guns now turned to other uses. Hey, and another injury for him. Stars of a show. Good. Oh, we're pushing through another attack, but hopefully these guys should be able to unsuppress themselves and get involved. Can't leave it all up to the AT gun. Ooh, took a casualty there. Thankfully just a rifleman. But there is an MG back in here which is causing us a few problems. To see as they come to make the push. Yeah, to be fair, he's standing in a pretty silly place. It's taken out by MG fire. Okay. I'm really happy with that first minute. Let's jump back over here. Let's have a quick look, see what's going on this side. So the biggest question will be what happens with these MG guys and whether we take any more casualties, and whether our 2-inch mortar can get the job done. Panzerschreck coming. Oh, perfect, close. Right, he's gone down. That's excellent. We haven't taken out the guy lying in the middle of the road, though. And there's another MG there. Oh, this guy's so lucky. Finally, okay, one down, but we've just spotted another one there. Oh, okay, this mortar's doing fine work. It's a good little cluster of kills, and it's going to allow whoever's left standing here, including our man with the Sting gun, to really put some enfiladating fire down here. Ah, look at all the little red crosses up here. This is nice. Ah, we took out another MG. This is going obscenely well for a combat mission scenario. There's going to be a twist, I'm sure of it. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Here, yeah, a little bit under threat. We do have, we know we've got a nice Sting on our HQ team, certainly going to add some weight here. But this is a concerning amount of numbers. What I am going to do, a couple of things. Let's jump into the command phase. I'm going to take you off your, no, not your quick, your target armor order. I can stop clicking all the wrong buttons. Clear target. So you will just shoot people, because I don't need to try and save you. We'll do the same for you, not that it's held you back in any way, shape or form. Oh, it's not on. I could have sworn I put a target armor rack on you. Never mind. Meanwhile, you have been doing a phenomenal job. So I think we've dealt with all the MGs that we know about down here. There was one. Yeah, he just went out. We've seen some more automatic fire from up in this direction, and there's one there. So let's switch our mortar target onto him. Please target this chap. Don't know whether it's better to do the square or the unit, or whether it makes any difference whatsoever. I think it was here. Yes, right, we'll target that. And you guys, who we'd put on a target command just at the end of the last video to try and suppress them, we're just going to clear. Just shoot whoever you like, I don't really mind. What are you guys up to? You are doing your best to enfilade this position, but I don't know who's left here, to be honest. Well, there's one man with a machine gun. This maneuver has not been anywhere near as effective as I was hoping for. Not gonna lie. Right, let's just check. You need to come down the hedge slightly if you can. This has not been the game-winning flank that I was expecting. This actually has been much more effective. There you go. Meanwhile, there's not a huge amount I can do to support you guys. Other than obviously we're going to be starting to weigh in with our AT gun. And maybe we could always switch these guys over. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yes, it's only a couple of rifles, but it might make a little bit of difference. So we'll give that a go. 3 minutes we need these guys to hold. What have you got in terms of HE? 2. Okay, not great. Have you got any more? No. No. Just 8 armor piercing. You've got 14 armor piercing. Alright, okay. So there's no rush to get you back in contact with them. And yeah, we'll start lobbing armor piercing rounds at them. It's not a problem. Okay, I wonder if the Germans will get any reinforcements. Shouldn't ask for these things. Okay, let's push on. Starting here, see if we can... Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, man, this AT gun. Absolute champion. Okay, he didn't do it alone, but still, 4 more casualties for the Germans. So much nicer when you're not the one crossing the field, isn't it? Okay, there's a machine gun there. We do want to try and take care of it at some point. So we want to take care of every machine gun, so it kind of goes without saying. Okay. Yeah, we're running. There. Injuries, more casualties, good. Okay, I'm happy on this side. I'll probably jump back. Maybe not the full way, but maybe 20 seconds. Just have a look, see what's happening over here. We are seeing some people run away. This makes me happy. You guys still with the one casualty yet? So these guys have had enough. They're running away. There's still one machine gun in here to what might worry us. Oh, good man. Oh, well, I shouldn't be cheering people, shooting Germans as they run away. Let's have some decorum. Now we just need our 2 incher to get to work on this last spot of bother. Okay, take your time to readjust, which is fine. Okay, that was a very good minute. I don't really have any other commands to issue, so I'm just going to keep going. We'll start over here. We'll keep an eye over there, see what happens, see if we get any flash icons. Otherwise, I'm assuming it's just a bit of a killing field. And these guys are in a bad way. Slightly surprised at the slow rate of drop of these bombs. Oh, that's a lot more Germans turning up. More than I was expecting. Oh! I want to go check that out. Remember that bit, 20 seconds. I'll show what my O was for in case you missed it. See how they run. One brave officer. I mean, there might have some of the strips that I can't see. Okay, what I did want to check out was at about 20-second mark. Him. Ha! We got him. Was it my enfilading guys? Don't know. Don't know. Let's just say it was. We'll give it to them, you know? Okay, meanwhile, let's go on 2 ahead of ourselves. There's an machine gun team coming in with the headquarters unit. So that's probably, although it's quite oddly, but yeah, you probably had 3 infantry they've pushed forward first, and that's the HQ machine gun team associated of that. They'll probably find in here somewhere was an HG and machine gun team associated with it. You know, these 3 guys have pushed in. Didn't know anything for a minute, but yeah. Oh yes, because I went back to check that. Oh, and they're making a real push down here. So it's something I'm going to have to be aware of, but yeah, they should be able to stop them as they get close. And only 1 more minute we'll get our reinforcements. Okay, let's just, yeah, push on. No other orders required, really. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy to keep spinning bombs just to dig out that little bit over there. This is a very good use of them. These guys should hopefully get a bad time. Get a bad time. Have a bad time. Clustered around this tree as they are. Wow, that's a lucky guy. Maybe not so. Oh, half of them are dead. They're not all clustered there. Okay. Not having a good time of it. Yeah, this seems to have completely stalled. That's excellent. Meanwhile, HQ man has not given up. I'm tempted to stop shooting bombs at him. And people may well recover these MGs if we give them too much time. How much you got left? 4. Okay, fine. Just spend it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear your target if I jump into command phase. And you can just shoot it wherever you like. Hey, 12 platoons turned up. This is another should be untouched platoon. Full. Indeed it is. So let's start by sending a bunch of dudes around this way. Oh, I definitely want 1 platoon over here. Sure, we'll send... Actually, no, let's not send the Piet down that way. Okay, tell you what I'll do. So I'll put a quick cut in here. I'll divvy these guys out. I think what we're going to do is send, yeah, one platoon. In fact, tell you what I'm going to do is place in one platoon in here and get the other two to come in and support this position, and then move out this platoon to support over here. Actually, no, I'm not doing that. Partly, the reason I was thinking was, it's nice, kind of keep the platoons together in a kind of cohesive fighting unit. But I don't really want to pull these guys out. So instead I'm just going to grab one of these sections, I should say. Keep my words mixed there. Send one of these sections up this way to help support this. And I'm going to send one in to support this main line here, and a third one down here supported by their Bren detachment and their Mortar detachment. And I'm going to send the Piet detachment up here with this, just in case there's some German reinforcements and we don't get our AT gun turned in time. In fact, maybe I should reposition that now. Anyway, I should put a cut in. I'll do all that stuff and then we'll come back. Okay, and we're back. Orders issued just as per discussed. The only slight difference is I noticed it's actually a nice little sunken road here. Runs all the way down, you see at the edge of this field. So I've actually sent my Bren detachment and my HQ team. So HQ team's going to hang back, so there's a nice gap in the field we can get through. To try and maybe come into this position. It's a little bit risky. There is a connecting point all the way up here, so the Germans could theoretically push the team through and cause me bad times, but I thought that might be a good place to go to clear out whatever resistance we've got left. It's all really going to depend whether we see a significant German reinforcement or not. I also haven't moved my AT gun back. Turns out he can't really adopt the position he had before. So if I want to move him back, he's going to get stuck over here, and I don't really want to sit him against this opening, even with this force primarily resolved. So I'm going to leave him where he is, and if we see another contact coming down this road, I'll scoot him across. Because I think we've got time to reposition before they make it all the way down here. I hope. Anyway, let's push on. Not expecting too much to happen this minute, to be perfectly honest. It should just be clear up. Last few bombs going out, should just lodge that final position. Might get him to hold fire actually. I think he's now wasting his shells. So he's got a reasonable number, but still. I may need them in later fights. Now there's a little bit of, obviously, exchanging fire and machine gun down here. However, at least my team are in cover behind a hedgerow, and this guy's just lying in a pile of his own dead. Yeah. You might not be able to see that, but he's not. They're not happy. That's a bad place to be. I'm hoping the German nerves are just going to shatter and they're all going to run away, to be honest. I mean, that's some serious losses these guys have taken. And we continue to see them push across this field, which is nice. Okay, no worries. Anyone in the position yet? No, they're still moving out. Let's just keep going. We'll see. We might be able to get this done. We might be able to get this done in this video. Bold statements. Definitely a pride before a fall moment coming. Oh, looks like some German mortars on the go. We'll have to find those. Could be these guys back here we've kind of partially spotted. Definitely could inflict a few casualties, and I think the name of the game here is going to be preserving troops. I don't know how many more battles we've got with our Gavrus 7 Highlanders, but after the absolute brutality that C Company met, I'd like to try and do a bit of preservation of force if I can. So far, seems to be going okay. It's all kind of quieting down. So I've got no forced targets on that I'm aware of, so everyone's just picking their targets as and when they see them. Who can see him? Why does my Piet team have such good spotting ability? Okay, you guys are still going to be shooting at that. You're going to be getting to your positions shortly. How's your ammo looking? 20, that's still quite a lot. So with these guys, let's jump into the command phase. I have a plan. I'm actually going to push them all the way over here. And I'm going to bring them round, and it's a little bit greedy. We need to come to level 1 here. I want you guys to move out into there and into level 1 of this building. No. Or actually that building's probably fine. And just help mop up what's here. Might be worth splitting them so we're not all in the same place. Maybe put a rifleman squad in there. I can do that afterwards. Aside from that, I'm pretty happy. Everyone else should be getting into their final positions. You should have an order right up to the hedgerow. You don't quite. Okay. That's fine, we'll just push in just as a team, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to there. You can come into here. I'm not entirely sure who or what I'm going to use you against, but come in regardless. You've just got a position and the rank team's a little further away, so that's fine. Let's keep going. But unless the Germans get sufficient reinforcements, this seems to be done. Oh, so there's a machine gun in there still getting a bit of use. And now we're having some additional spotting, additional rifles. Ah, you guys take a casualty straight away? It's a little bit upsetting. Talk about force preservation. So they've got a chap here who's not going down without a fight. And of course he's got a machine gun. Indeed, my friend, indeed. Especially once this chap gets set up. But I'm tempted to scoot him along slightly further just to get a really good view in behind here. Although I might just play leapfrog between him and the HQ unit. And yes, there's an element of greed going on now. Just a quick wind this back. Is that another mortar round from somewhere? I wound it back too far. Oh no, there it is there. Oh. We take an injury, but not casualty. Okay, I'm going to start leapfrogging these guys up here because I think there might be a mortar team sitting back here. Okay, you guys are still making your way around your position. That's fine. This dude has not left. Fair play. Not giving it up. Hey, MHQ unit, so I can understand his determination. You guys are probably out of ammo. Yeah. Let's go into command phase. Let's just clear that. You guys can chill. I'm going to have you move forward again just so you're within range of the AT gun. Not that I don't think we need the ammo. So let's do play a little bit of leapfrog between these two. I'll leave you where you are for... You should be facing this way. This minute. And then once we're sure we're not going to essentially just trip into contact where, you know, we lose some people to reaction fire before we get some overwhelming firepower down, we'll keep pushing those two guys up. Meanwhile, this guy coming in should deal with remnants over here, and then it's just said how aggressively we want to try and push in on this hedge, if at all. Let's keep going. Answer is not very at the moment. We're in a good position. We can just mop up the remnants as and when we see them move. Probably just odds and sods of rifle teams left. There's one man alive at this whole team we can see. Back here we've got... it's a machine gun. And probably another one? No, the remnants of the machine gun team. So, certainly... Oh, he's even... I mean, I appreciate the effort, trying to medic your buddy, but that's a poor position. I don't think that's going to end well for you. But certainly, as we see, we certainly could take a few more casualties, and there we do. Another rifleman goes down. But until we've cleared out here, we can't make any aggressive plays on what's behind this hedge. You've got to remember, this is a defensive mission. I really want to silence those mortars wherever they are. I'm assuming they're mortars. They could also be spotting rounds. Oh, you're going for it, okay. They do pick their own targets to 2-inch mortars. We're happy to shoot at people they see. You guys are not seeing as much as I thought you might, to be honest. Why is that? I am not sure. If we go into command phase, what's your targeting look like? Just an area target. I wonder if it's a change of height is tripping you up. Does it get any better? A little bit. Well, okay. We're just going to hold where we are though. Until this HQ unit gets into position. Well, as I whiz around the map, you guys are about to get in position. This is good, and we'll really see what's left over in this field. Alright, let's just hit the button. So one thing we have to worry about is these explosions coming in. Understanding what they are. Oh, the remnants of that MG team looks like they're running. They ain't gonna run to anything good, I tell you that. What's he got? MP40, I'll be happily take that out. And it looks like he's running as well. Excellent. Oh, there's a lot of guys there. Ooh, that looked like a painful one. Yeah, a few more casualties. Where are they going? They might be coming for this gap, which, to be honest, is a little underdefended. Now they will have to expose themselves to my HQ team, which will get at least a spray off and a Sten gun. They could get worryingly close to this touch objective. Oh. Turns out we could get incredibly close without us seeing them. You guys are still piling in, so I don't expect to see much. I'm tempted to split off a rifleman and just stick them. I'm going to do that. Stick them upstairs somewhere. So a bit disappointed we took some more casualties. Can't do too much about it. We can either... I think it is a mortar team somewhere. Okay, you've started making that spot, so I'm going to get you to move. Let's go command phase. Let's have you come along behind. And this is where I'm invariably going to run myself into trouble by getting too greedy, too advanced, too exposed. Okay, so what have we got? This is really interesting. So this was 14th platoon was annihilated, man, but we've got back regular infantry, regular quality. Oh, we've got some green here. Okay, but generally pretty good. Okay, what we do is, in spirit of continuing to split up platoons, which I initially not planned on, we'll send a whole section around to support you guys. What to do with these two? I'm not really sure. I think we're probably just... we could send... I might send quite a lot of strong force around there. I'm going to send probably 2 sections. Yeah, just 2 sections around there. We've got a detachment, we've got an HQ unit. And then I'm going to send the rest of these 4 just straight up into this position. I think that's the plan. I'll go put those orders in and then we'll come back. Okay, orders are in. They're going to come out and support. I had a quick check. I can't split these guys up just yet, probably because they're half in, half out of building. So I'll maybe wait till that turn and then we'll... Maybe I might send some riflemen, not only next door, but up a floor story as well, just to get some better eyes. Also, I don't want them to attract too much in terms of fire. Otherwise, it's just going to be keep pushing. I think we will, let's see, send a bit of a strong force down here. See what we can't mop up. So let's just keep going. But not, I don't want to get too aggressive. Got to remember, I am defending. The objective is not to wipe them up. It's to blunt the attack and then get as many men home as I can. Yeah, round here was interesting. That's right. Let's see what was happening with this. Where have these guys gone? Now these guys are, they were suppressed. They've just come unsuppressed. We might get eyes on whatever's happened to this MG team. Who seem to have completely vanished, which is a little odd. Meanwhile, I was about to say it's just picking up the Germans, but it's not. Oh, and it's my officer's gone down. Oh, it's all kicking off. Right, hang on. Let's come back. Let's see what's happened down here. So it's just this chap. In here, in behind this hedge. Not going down with that fight. Can you not see him? I don't know how you can't see him. But fine. I mean, it's slightly ridiculous that you can't see him. Oh, you've spotted him now? No. You have spotted this guy. I didn't even spot this guy. Okay, hopefully you'll spot the other dude too, and it should come to his untimely end. Meanwhile, we got the spot over here. What these interesting little gentlemen were up to. Have moved right down into here, so that is going to be some serious close quarter fighting. Oh, those are just rifles. At least they've got an automatic weapon. Okay, interesting. Actually, I think it's probably more interesting down here. Let's see if our HQ unit can get the job done. Oh, one shot, one kill. Nice. Just checking for flashes over there. Still haven't seen the other guy. Wonder if I could maybe manually do it. Okay. Command phase. We'll go maybe 1 more minute. Target. Apparently, it's just 2 uphill. Okay. What about you? It's just 2 something, I don't know. Do you know what, I'm going to tell you that. Might not be perfect. But it's going to cause him a good chunk of trouble. And then we'll just get my HQ team to continue to support. The air is probably going to give you some great vision. I'm slightly worried about you getting shot. So let's maybe come up there. We'll stick a couple of riflemen in that position if we need to. I don't want to lose any more dudes. Well, what we could do actually. Again, slightly worried about potentially not getting resupplies. I could drop some bombs in there. Nah, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to use ammo. I don't think it's worth it. Meanwhile, do you just want to shoot that hedge? And I'm also going to get these guys to do a bit more kind of scouting for me. Come up to level 2. They should hopefully get a bit line of sight onto the back of these to finish them off. Likewise, let's grab the split teams here. Well, let's just grab the 3 riflemen. There, see what you can see. Pull you out if the heat gets too hot. Right. Also, can you do an area fire on that position? That's not really the right line, is it? You almost need to be down one. Do that. I know it's in front of them, but hopefully, you know, if you're shooting parallel to that position, you're going to hit these guys. Alright, let's go for it. It doesn't look like the Germans are getting reinforcements. I think this might be it. This guy is causing me all sorts of trouble, though. Last brave machine gunner. Not really having quite the desired effect. It is a little bit too far over. Oh, looks like... Oh no, they're doing that area fire I told them to do. That's right. And thus far, I was going to say thus far the man has escaped. Where is he? There. That's not the guy I want. Okay. Alright. So, tell you what I'm going to do. We're sitting about 35 minutes. I'm going to put a quick cut in the video here. I'm going to save the game. In fact, tell you what I'm doing. And I'm going to record the next 10 minutes or so of gameplay. But if nothing else happens, then I'm just going to cut to the end. And we'll just shrink it all down. Because I feel like it's just mopping up. And I'm not sure anything interesting is going to happen from here on out. So, yeah, and tell you what, either way, I'll come back and I'll let you know if there's going to be another episode, or if we're just going to wrap up here. So, I will see you one way or the other in a moment. And we are back. And as you can see, I decided not to play through the rest of the 10 minutes, or not to play through the rest of the 10 minutes on camera. I did it off camera. It took about 20 minutes. I did record some commentary in case I used it, but to be honest, it wasn't very interesting. It was just me walking around and mopping up Germans, which is fun to play, but I don't think makes compelling content. And with 3 minutes left on the clock, the Waffen SS offer their surrender. So we get all the green ticks for low casualties. We inflicted casualties. We took out the armoured car. We kept our field intact. They did not touch anything. We didn't kill our AT, and we took loads of casualties. So we only lost 11 men. So I think I took 2 casualties from when I last saw you guys through to the end of the mission, and that was off some mortar rounds, which we did find in the end. Meanwhile, so for 11 men, we injured, or killed and injured, what's that, 80, 91, took out an armoured car, and they still have 30 men left, which I'm slightly surprised about. Let's have a quick look of the map. Yeah, so as you see, I did just keep moving troops around here and just kind of mopped up everyone could find them, and we did indeed find some mortars down here, which these guys were starting to put some pressure on, as well as presumably their company HQ. Yes, I suspect. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Yeah, and we had to infantry up here for the last couple of minutes, just putting some fire down. Unsurprisingly, not inflicting too many casualties with foxhole defense, but didn't take any either. Oh, they did have a sniper team over there. Not, oh, marksman's dead. Okay. And I'm surprised they still had some people left over here. So we finally did kill the guy in here. Actually, we got one of them with mortar rounds, but that last machine gun, man, it took until our HQ team was all the way around here before they got line of sight on him, and finally took him out. Meanwhile, who's left? I do not know. Can't see any green circle anywhere, actually, but somewhere there he is. He's yellow, so he's injured. One lone rifleman hiding, praying for the end. One guy in here who does have a machine gun. Oh my, a lot of guys in here. Really surprised at that. Okay. Good. But yeah, that was a pretty comfortable victory. Unfortunately, so I evac'd my AT gun and its carrier as the mission requested, which means we don't get to see their kill log, which I do believe was, was armored car and probably a good B6 or so Germans. Meanwhile, I'm not expecting huge numbers from anyone else, but solid numbers, I think. 4 is decent. None there. Again, another 4. That's what we'd like to see. 6 for this mortar round. Considering how late in the day they were, that's surprising we got that many kills, but that's good to see. P8 team got a couple. You didn't do anything. You got 3 towards the end. You got 4. Again, these guys, all they were doing was moving around and mopping up. Obviously worked quite well. 2 guys did, wow, you didn't actually kill anyone in the end. Oh, you were the ones kind of skirting in here. Yeah, you never quite got in combat. And this, which is another floaty icon, because they're actually mainly over here with some guys stuck in a hedge. Got 4, again, just for the mop-up operations. Also interested how my Brent gunner over to you didn't get any. I mean, they were shooting at ages about guys running around this field, so that's a little annoying, or disappointing, I should say. They are green though, which does make a difference in terms of accuracy. I mean, look at that. 10 for these guys. That was fantastic bit of flanking work they did early on. This was a team that was in that house, and I think that really, really made a difference for us. 7 for these guys. 1. So that was my my supposed main flanking force. That's a bit rubbish. Did get that. 1 was the MG man, to be fair. And then 7 for this Mortar, who did good work on these teams over there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy at that. Yeah, I think it worked well. I mean, taking out the armored cars early as did was key. I think after that they were up against it, and holding this flanking position was also really, really valuable. But yes, very happy, very pleased. Hope you're not too upset, but you aren't going to get to see the last 10 minutes gameplay. That said, not very interesting to watch. And then we'll move onwards and upwards with the next one, whatever that is. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.